Welcome to the PCFL show. On this week's episode, we've got Week 8 highlights and previews of the Week 9 games. The PCFL show is brought to you in part by FPS Design. Graphic and web design, sports marketing, and more. Go to fpsdesignstudios.com. Also by Hat Tricks Music and Media. Audio production, graphic design, social media management, and more. Let's get right to the highlights. The Fury got things moving on the ground. Tobias Sanders takes the handoff and takes the ball 33 yards into Sun Devils territory. And D'Angelo Wilson caps the drive with this touchdown run. Antonio Zachary takes the kickoff and takes it into Fury territory. And John L. Corbin sneaks it in for the score. The Fury were looking to score, but David Jackson picks the ball off to kill the drive, ending the first half. In the third quarter, Mo Carson finds Jerome McGee in the flat, who turns it upfield and takes it 70 yards for the touchdown. The Fury looked to take another shot downfield, but David Jackson comes down with his second interception of the day. The Sun Devils finished the day with 4 sacks, 3 from Donnie Hedrick and 1 from Doug Osby. Mo Carson tacked on 2 more touchdowns, 1 to Michael Conway and this one to Joey Hewlin. Joseph Gatlin connects with Russell Garner to cap the Sun Devils scoring, and your final score is Capital City Fury 24, California Sun Devils 14. From the smallest of buildings to the largest, the simplest to the most detailed, and everything in between, Crandall Roofing is the company for your next roofing job. New roof construction, re-roof, flat or sloped, commercial or residential, Crandall Roofing does it all. Schedule your free consultation today. Go to crandallroofing.com for more information. Crandall Roofing has you covered. Kings got off to a quick start as A.J. Chambers finds Joey Reyna, who spins inside and takes it upfield for the touchdown. The Underdogs face pressure from the Kings defense all day. Here, Clifton Sorrell hits Kyrie Hunt to pick up the first down. Second quarter, Kings ball. Joey Reyna takes the fly sweep, breaks a bunch of tackles, and takes it the distance for the touchdown. The Underdogs were able to move the ball a little bit. Here, Kyrie Hunt takes it up the middle and gets across the 50-yard line, but they weren't able to capitalize. But the Kings were. Here, A.J. Chambers hits Kevin Matos for the touchdown. Clifton Sorrell hit Javante Churchill in the flat, but the Kings defense was there quick for the stop. And the Kings start pouring it on. Here, A.J. Chambers finds Kevin Matos for the touchdown. And even when the Underdogs were able to make something out of nothing, it wasn't enough. And the Kings cap their scoring here with another Chambers to Reyna touchdown. And your final score is Elk Grove Kings 40, Sacramento Underdogs nothing. The Falcons and Raiders had a great first half of football with plays like this. Chris McLeod airing it out to Frankie Martinez for a 40-yard gain. Will Kilday's pass was deflected up in the air, and Danae Ware came down with the interception. And the Raiders were able to capitalize as Chris McLeod hits Johnny Smith-Willis for the touchdown. It's a play-action pass, but the ball is picked off by Frankie Martinez. But the Falcons return the favor with a few interceptions of their own. It was as if the Falcons were waiting to take advantage of their prey. And the Falcons took advantage of the turnovers as Nate Harrison takes it in for the score. And And they follow up with another touchdown pass from Will Kilday. The extra point was no good, but the Falcons were able to score 2 more times to end the game. And your final score is Delta Valley Falcons 26, Modesto Raiders 6. It was a true team effort for the Patriots as 2 quarterbacks and 12 different receivers combined for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. 5 different runners combined for 125 ground yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Patriot defense kept the Stallions shut out for most of the game, until quarterback Jake Heronshaw hit Jordan DeLeon for the touchdown. And your final score is South Bay Patriots 47, Silver State Stallions 6. And in other scores, the Salinas Valley Spartans defeated the Fresno Dogs Elite 34-0. Let's take a look at our performers of the week. Walker Cabling is a professional structured cabling contractor that specializes in data center, copper cabling, and fiber optics. They provide custom infrastructure installations in order to help your company meet its communication needs. Walker Cabling, quality matters.
You're watching the PCFL show.
The Jets started out stronger at the beginning of the season, but they've faded a little bit as of late. They're going to need to right that ship if they're jockeying for the 4th seed in the Tier 2 playoffs. On a quick glance, the Sun Devils' only hope of the playoffs requires help from other teams, so all they can do is go out there, play their best, and win, and see what happens. The Merced County Jets take on the California Sun Devils this Saturday, Harrison Stadium, kickoffs at 1 o'clock, sponsored by Pit River Casino. The Patriots seem to have gotten back on track. They're going to want to maintain pace with the other top teams of Tier 1 for playoff positioning. The Raiders are in an interesting position. They've got a couple of cross-tier games and only 1 Tier 2 game left. They need to get their turnovers under control. The South Bay Patriots take on the Modesto Raiders this Saturday, 12 o'clock, Riverbank Sports Complex in Modesto, sponsored by CalFit Manteca, family-owned and operated. The Falcons are in good shape to make the playoffs for Tier 2, but they've got 2 Tier 1 matchups to face before then. That could either work for them or against them depending on the turnout of the games. The Stallions are banged up a little bit, but they always play tough at home. Can the offense minimize the turnovers, and can the defense keep the explosive Falcons in check? The Delta Valley Falcons take on the Silver State Stallions 6 o'clock, DeMonte Ranch High School in Reno. Sponsored by Cal Neva Resort and Casino, the rebirth of a legend. A division matchup for the Salinas Spartans brings some intrigue. Will they travel well to Sacramento knowing that they're in the thick of the playoff push? The Underdogs could potentially play the role of spoiler. A win for them wouldn't eliminate the Spartans from the playoffs, but it certainly would make their road that much harder. The Salinas Valley Spartans take on the Sacramento Underdogs this Saturday, Highlands High School, kickoffs at 6 o'clock. The Kings haven't lost a Tier 2 matchup yet. 3 wins and a tie puts their destiny in their own hands, as the remaining opponents are all Tier 2 opponents. The Dogs, meanwhile, need this win if they hope to have a chance at the 4th seed. Their remaining games are also Tier 2 opponents, so this should be an interesting push to the playoffs. The Elk Grove Kings take on the Fresno Dogs Elite this Saturday, Minarets High School, kickoffs at 2 o'clock. This game has huge playoff implications for both teams. A Rattler win here will not only advance them a game, but it'll pull the Fury back to the pack, potentially creating a 4-way tie by the end of the season. The Fury need the win here to stay ahead of everybody by a game and avoid that potential glut to remain the top seed. The defense has been lights out. Can they keep it up? The North Bay Rattlers take on the Capital City Fury this Saturday, 5 o'clock, Foothill High School. Sponsored by Built to Hustle Clothing and Apparel. Keep an eye out for the website launching soon. Well, that's it for this week's episode. It's going to be an exciting playoff push for both tiers. To get more information about the PCFL, catch up on stats, or the latest news, go to thepcfl.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter @thepCFL. If you're on Facebook, like our page and share the PCFL show links. And last but not least, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. That's youtube.com/PCFL Media. I'm your host, Angry Mike, and I'll see you next week.
And they dance, celebrate.
Oh, no!